Hello, welcome to another Stamp With Me Tuesday. Tonight we are doing a fun card making technique using plastic wrap. You are going to want to see this. It's super fun, super easy. Hopefully you are stamping along with me tonight. If you are here and watching live, leave me a comment in the comment section. Of course, in the comment section, let me know that you're here live. Let me know if you are stamping along with me, which I hope that you are. If you're watching on the replay, special welcome to you as well. I'm so glad that you're watching the replay. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know if you are going to stamp along with me during the replay, right? And then if this is your first time here, a special welcome to you. I am Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and I provide card making tips, tricks, and techniques to help wannabe crafters like you create beautiful handmade cards and gifts that are just going to wow and amaze your friends and make them think that you are the most creative person in the entire world. And this technique is definitely going to do that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to make my workspace a little bit bigger on screen here so you can hopefully see a little bit better. So we have our plastic wrap I'm going to use in just a minute. And then we have the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. Now you could do this with just a thick basic white, but it really is going to work better with the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. This paper comes 5 by 7, so I usually cut it in half at 3.5, which is what I have done tonight. So I have a 3.5 inch piece of the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. I am going to start by pulling off some plastic wrap. This is just your regular plastic wrap. It sticks to each other. We want it to do that. We're actually going to just kind of stick it all, smush a little bit. All right, we kind of want to get some folds and some layers in there because that is what is going to make this really, really cool. So I'm going to use 3 different colors ink. I'm going to try to start with the lighter ink. I'm going to try not to overlap them too much. I'm going to start with a little Coastal Cabana. And then I'm going to add some fresh freesia. Now I've done this in a whole bunch of different colors and I have different swatches to show you at the end. So I'm just going to smush some coastal or some fresh freesia on there. And then I have some gorgeous grape as well. So a darker purple as well. And we're just going to smush some of that on there. And there we go. Now I have a water mister, Stampin' Spritz, and it just has water in it. Okay, I'm just going to give this a few little spritzes, not too much. And then I want to take my cardstock, my watercolor paper, and we are just going to lay it right on there. We can carefully take this and flip it over. And you can kind of see what it's doing. I probably should have gone a little bit further to the edges. So I can kind of pull this up and I can take this and just kind of add a little bit more over here. Maybe take my plastic wrap and add a little blue over here. And this is why you don't want to get too much water on it because you want it to move a little bit, but you want to keep some of those lines in there. Isn't that cool? So much fun. And then just throw your plastic wrap away. And we're just going to let that dry a little bit. I'm going to make some different stuff while we let that sit and dry. Got a little bit too much water on the gorgeous grape, but that's okay. It's really cool looking. Just kind of a neat, fun background. Super easy. So I'm going to grab some basic white cardstock. I have some here. I am going to use the Good Feeling stamp set to finish this off. Now, I have not made this card. If you're stamping along with me, I am stamping along with you. I know oops, I already pulled out the stamp though. I know I'm not actually live, but I'm making this right along with you. This is not edited at all. So I'm going to grab my gorgeous grape and I'm just going to use the stamp that says, thank you. And ink that up. Now look at all this ink on the side of my ink pad. Let me show you what I do with that. I'm just going to take this. I'm going to close this actually. And then you guys know I keep, maybe you don't know if you're new, I keep little lens wipes here. Again, these are just from Target. I keep little lens wipes and these are perfect for cleaning, trying to clean a little ink off your hand. That usually doesn't work too well, but it just did. And then it works great for cleaning the sides, getting some of the extra ink off. I'll just do that. Clean up my ink pads a little bit. Very handy things. Just have some lens wipes in your craft room. All right, so I have that thank you stamped. And then I have the Nested Essentials dies, which I have been using all the time. I'm going to use the rounded rectangle. I love these rounded rectangles. And we're just going to cut out this thank you. So grab my cutting plates. Get this on here. You guys know I always cut towards the outside as much as I can, but we do want to kind of start at kind of a little bit of an angle. But by keeping towards the outsides of your plates, that's going to help you keep your plates nice and flat and keep them from warping so much. So I'm going to put my top plate on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and roll this through so we can get this little sentiment. And there's our sentiment. Now, don't forget, I have more cards to show you besides just this one. Lots of ideas. So there's our little sentiment, and we're just going to put this on here. I'm going to go ahead and trim this up a little bit because this is 3.5 by 5 right now, and I actually want it to be 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I'm just going to take a little bit off one little side. And then I think I want some ribbon of some sort. What ribbon do I want? Let's try this. This is the shimmering. I didn't think this through. I didn't think ahead and pull out ribbon for this. Oh, you know what? I don't know if this ribbon is current. I think it is. It is a pool party ribbon. That is going to be great. So the pool party and the Coastal Cabana look very similar. We're going to use this. I'm going to go ahead and just trim the side. And then I'm just going to lay this across here. Tucking it around the back, then grab a little bit of tape, and we'll just tape this down on both sides. So there we go. And then this will pop up on some dimensionals, and that's just going to anchor it, that little bit of ribbon on there. I have a piece of Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to put this on Gorgeous Grape. Using just a little bit of multi-purpose glue. And I just made the Gorgeous Grape 1/8 inch bigger. So it is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And then I have a piece of fresh freesia. So this was one of the other colors I used. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and I just scored it at 5 1/2. So it's still your standard card base. It's just flipped on its side. And where's my bone folder? Oh, there it is. It's a little bit of chaos on my desk right now, as always. All right, so I'm just going to adhere this to the front. Now, if you're making a card along with me tonight, I want you to pop over to the Facebook group after this live, because I'm going to post a picture of my card samples, and I want you to go comment and post a picture of your samples as well, so that we can all see them and see all the different color combinations, see how different things worked. And, you know, it's just so much fun seeing everybody else's cards. So I'm just using some Stampin' Dimensionals, going to add dimensionals on here. And then our card is going to be done, because this is just a super simple card. So right there, and there we go. Super fun background using plastic wrap. Who would have thought? All right, let me show you my other samples. First, I'm going to show you some of the other papers that I made, if I can remember what colors. I think this was maybe Coastal Cabana and some yellow. And this one is Berry Burst and Coastal Cabana, or not Coastal Cabana, Calypso Coral and Daffodil Delight. Berry Burst, Coastal Cabana, Lemon Lime Twist. This one is as well. And then this one, probably Petal Pink and Daffodil Delight. So different looks. Let me show you what I got. So I have one using the Sea Turtle set, and then the new Phrases for All, I think it's called. Yes, Phrases for All stamp set. Isn't that cute? And I did the background in Lemon Lime Twist and I think Lemon Lolly, and then added some sea turtles on there in Pretty Peacock. So really fun. I like this one. This one turned out really cool. And I stamped right on that paper too. And then I have one that I use the Just My Type stamp set with. Now, this is the stamp set I'm going to be using on Thursday night. I have lots more cards to share with you using the adorable Just My Type stamp set. There's so many different things you can do with this. So I can't wait to share those with you. I hope you will come back and join me. And of course, make sure you're on my mailing list, because this week's newsletter is going to have the quick reference guide, or the quick tutorial, mini tutorial for doing this background technique. So you can save it and you can always have it to go back and look back on. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I will see you all again on Thursday. Coming up on Thursday, we're going to be using that Just My Type stamp set and doing something with some non-messy glitter. Something that sparkles like glitter, but doesn't have any of the mess. I'll see you then.